Accra, the vibrant capital of Ghana, stands today as one of Africa's most dynamic and rapidly developing cities, a hub where tradition meets modernity and where history blends seamlessly with progress. From its humble beginnings as a small Ga fishing village centuries ago, Accra has transformed into a thriving metropolis, home to millions of people and serving as the heart of Ghana's political, economic, and cultural life. Over the years, its growth has been remarkable, shaped by resilience, innovation, and ambition, as the city continues to evolve into one of West Africa's most influential urban centers. The story of Accra is one of transformation, from colonial settlements and modest infrastructure to sprawling highways, towering skyscrapers, sophisticated residential developments, and bustling commercial districts that reflect Ghana's rising position in the global economy. The city's history stretches back to the 15th century when Ga settlers established small communities along the Atlantic coast, relying heavily on fishing and local trade. The name Accra is believed to originate from the Akan word nkran, meaning ants, symbolizing the swarming nature of the settlements. By the 17th century, European powers, including the Portuguese, Dutch, and British, arrived, drawn by the lucrative trade in gold, ivory, and later slaves. The construction of forts such as Usher Fort, James Fort, and Christiansborg Castle shaped the city's early development, serving as trading posts and military outposts. During the colonial era, Accra became an administrative hub for the British Gold Coast colony, attracting merchants, artisans, and migrants from across the region. When Ghana gained independence in 1957 under Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Accra took center stage as the capital city of Africa's first independent nation south of the Sahara, marking the beginning of its journey toward modernization and self-determination. Today, Accra has grown far beyond its colonial roots, becoming a sprawling metropolitan area that embodies Ghana's aspirations for progress. The city's skyline is evolving rapidly, with iconic landmarks such as the Villaggio Vista Towers, Atlantic Tower, and the Exchange transforming its appearance and signaling Accra's integration into the global economy. Major infrastructure projects, including highways, interchanges, and modern residential estates, have redefined its urban landscape. Developments like Airport City, Cantonment City, and the upcoming Marine Drive project along the coast are reshaping Accra into a premier investment destination in Africa. These ambitious undertakings have created a city that reflects Ghana's determination to compete on the world stage while preserving its unique identity and cultural heritage. Accra's economy plays a central role in Ghana's development. As the country's commercial and financial hub, the city hosts major banks, multinational corporations, technology startups, and key government institutions. The banking and financial sectors are particularly strong, with institutions like GCB Bank, EcoBank, and Fidelity Bank driving local and regional growth. In addition, Kotoka International Airport, one of the busiest in West Africa, serves as a gateway connecting Ghana to the rest of the world and attracting business travelers, investors, and tourists alike. Accra's retail sector has also expanded significantly, with modern shopping malls like Accra Mall, West Hills Mall, and Marina Mall offering global brands and entertainment facilities, reflecting changing consumer lifestyles and rising disposable incomes among Ghanaians. Beyond commerce, Accra is also a center for education, innovation, and technology. The city is home to some of Ghana's leading universities and research institutions, including the University of Ghana, Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, JEMPA, and Ashesi University. These institutions not only provide world-class education, but also foster innovation and entrepreneurship, producing graduates who are shaping Ghana's tech ecosystem. Accra has become a growing hub for startups and digital innovation, with tech communities emerging in areas like East Legon and Spintex. Companies are leveraging mobile money, e-commerce, and fintech solutions to create opportunities and solve everyday challenges, positioning Accra as one of Africa's rising digital capitals. Tourism remains a vital component of Accra's growth, as the city attracts visitors from across the globe eager to experience its vibrant culture, historical landmarks, and coastal beauty. Independence Square, the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, and the National Museum serve as reminders of Ghana's proud history and struggles for freedom. The Labadi, Kokrobite, and Bojo beaches, offer a taste of relaxation along the Atlantic coast, while Osu, known for its bustling nightlife and diverse restaurants, has become a hub for entertainment and social gatherings. In addition, festivals such as Homowo and Chalewote Street Art Festival highlight Accra's rich cultural heritage, blending traditional practices with contemporary artistic expressions. These attractions make Accra not just a business destination, but also a cultural powerhouse that appeals to both locals and international visitors. However, with its rapid expansion, Accra faces several challenges that come with urbanization. Population growth has placed immense pressure on housing, transportation, and basic infrastructure. Traffic congestion remains a significant issue, particularly along routes like the Spintex Road, Kwame Nkrumah Interchange, and the Accra-Tema motorway. The government, recognizing these challenges, has embarked on ambitious projects aimed at improving the city's livability and efficiency. Initiatives such as the construction of new flyovers, the rehabilitation of old roads, and the introduction of smart traffic management systems are designed to ease congestion and enhance mobility. Additionally, Accra's growing population has created a demand for affordable housing, prompting government and private developers to invest heavily in residential projects, particularly in areas like East Legon Hills, Oyarifa, and Ai Mensa, which are rapidly becoming hotspots for real estate development. Environmental sustainability is another pressing concern for the city. As Accra continues to expand, waste management, flooding, and pollution pose significant risks to public health and quality of life. The Oda River and Kora Lagoon, once vital natural resources, have suffered from pollution caused by poor waste disposal practices and rapid urban sprawl. In response, authorities and environmental organizations have launched cleanup campaigns and initiated plans to modernize drainage systems to prevent annual flooding during the rainy season. The government's Clean Accra campaign and partnerships with private waste management companies aim to restore the city's cleanliness and improve sanitation, making Accra more resilient in the face of environmental challenges. One of the defining features of Accra's ongoing transformation is the government's focus on smart city initiatives and sustainable development. Projects aimed at expanding digital infrastructure, improving public transport systems, and introducing renewable energy solutions are part of a broader vision to make Accra a world-class city. The development of the Pokuas Interchange, one of West Africa's largest road projects, and the modernization of the Kotoka International Airport have enhanced connectivity, attracting foreign investment and boosting tourism. In addition, the planned Accra SkyTrain project and discussions around a light rail system represent bold steps toward addressing the city's transportation woes, while aligning with global trends in urban mobility. As Ghana positions itself as a leader in Africa's economic transformation, Accra stands at the forefront of this journey. The city's diverse economy, coupled with its strategic location and rich cultural heritage, makes it a magnet for investors, tourists, and professionals from around the world. International partnerships, foreign direct investment, and government-led initiatives continue to fuel Accra's growth, while the resilience and creativity of its people drive innovation across all sectors. From its bustling markets like Makola and Kaneshi to its modern business districts, Accra embodies the spirit of a city that is both rooted in tradition and ambitious about the future. Accra's transformation is far from complete. With continued investments in infrastructure, technology, housing, and environmental sustainability, the city is poised to solidify its place as one of Africa's leading urban centers. The government's long-term vision aims to create a city that balances economic growth with social inclusivity and environmental stewardship, ensuring that development benefits all residents. For many Ghanaians, Accra represents hope, opportunity, and progress, a place where dreams are built, ideas are born, and the future of Ghana is being shaped. Accra's continuous transformation is deeply tied to its strategic importance as the beating heart of Ghana's economy and governance. Over the past few years, the government has placed an increased focus on turning the capital into a modern African metropolis capable of competing globally, while also providing sustainable opportunities for its residents. This vision has fueled a wave of ambitious megaprojects designed to redefine the city's infrastructure, commerce, housing, and international appeal. Among the most notable of these developments is the Marine Drive Tourism and Investment Project, a landmark undertaking aimed at transforming Accra's entire beachfront into a vibrant hub of economic activity and leisure. Stretching along the city's coastal belt, this project will feature luxury hotels, shopping districts, business complexes, entertainment venues, and cultural spaces designed to attract investors, tourists, and international events. When completed, it is expected to boost Ghana's tourism revenues significantly and position Accra as a premier destination in West Africa for both business and recreation. Complementing this transformation is the expansion of the Kotoka International Airport, one of the busiest air travel hubs in the region. The airport has undergone modernization to meet international standards, accommodating larger volumes of passengers and cargo, which strengthens Accra's role as a gateway between Africa and the rest of the world. The completion of Terminal 3 with its cutting-edge facilities has elevated Accra's status as a competitive hub for aviation and commerce. Beyond this, there are ongoing plans to further expand the airport's cargo handling capacity and surrounding infrastructure, linking it directly with Airport City, an ultra-modern commercial and residential enclave that has quickly become one of Accra's most sought-after business districts. Urban mobility continues to be a central focus of Accra's long-term planning as authorities grapple with the challenges of traffic congestion and rising vehicle numbers. The government's proposed Accra SkyTrain project remains one of the most anticipated infrastructure initiatives in the city's history. Designed as an elevated light rail network, the SkyTrain aims to connect major residential and business districts while reducing commuting times significantly. If fully implemented, it will create a seamless transportation system linking areas like Circle, Akamoda, Tema, Lagan, and Kasoa, while reducing reliance on road-based transport. Alongside the SkyTrain, the government has continued investing in expanding road networks, upgrading highways, and introducing intelligent traffic management systems to ease the city's mobility crisis. These improvements are vital, considering Accra's growing population and its role as a hub for trade and migration within Ghana and beyond. Real estate investment in Accra has entered a new era marked by both luxury and affordability. While high-end projects dominate neighborhoods like Airport Residential, Cantonments, and Ridge, the city has also seen an explosion of mid-range developments aimed at Ghana's rising middle class. Areas such as East Legon Hills, Ai Mensa, Sakumono, and Pokuase have become hotspots for new gated communities, modern apartment blocks, and mixed-use developments that combine residential, commercial, and recreational facilities. The government has also partnered with private developers to address the housing deficit by rolling out affordable housing initiatives that target low to middle income earners, ensuring that the city's growth remains inclusive. These efforts have made Accra one of the most dynamic real estate markets in West Africa, attracting both local and international investors eager to capitalize on the city's rising demand for modern urban living. Accra's nightlife and entertainment economy have also become powerful drivers of the city's modern identity. As Ghana's cultural capital, the city boasts a thriving music, fashion, and arts scene that has captured the attention of the African diaspora and global creative industry. Areas like Osu, Labone, and East Legon are filled with lounges, restaurants, nightclubs, and live performance venues that come alive every evening. From high-energy Afrobeat concerts and rooftop parties to fine dining experiences and cultural showcases, Accra's entertainment sector has become an important contributor to tourism and local business growth. The city has also become a hub for major international events, including music festivals, film premieres, and Pan-African business conferences, further enhancing its profile as a cosmopolitan destination. Technology continues to be one of the most transformative forces shaping Accra's evolution into a modern city. The government's Digital Ghana agenda has encouraged innovation, leading to rapid adoption of digital platforms in banking, retail, transportation, and governance. Fintech services such as mobile money, online banking, and digital lending solutions have revolutionized financial accessibility, empowering small businesses and enabling cashless transactions across the city. E-commerce platforms like Tonaton, Jumia, and Kiku have expanded online shopping habits, while ride-hailing services like Bolt and Uber have transformed urban mobility for residents and visitors. In addition, co-working spaces and innovation hubs have sprung up across Accra, nurturing startups and providing creative professionals with the tools and networks they need to thrive in the digital economy. Education and healthcare remain central pillars of Accra's development trajectory. As the demand for skilled professionals grows, the city continues to invest in world-class institutions that equip young people with relevant expertise to compete globally. Universities like the University of Ghana and Ashesi University have expanded their programs, while partnerships with international schools and research centers are enhancing the quality of learning. Similarly, Accra's healthcare system has improved considerably with the establishment of advanced facilities such as the University of Ghana Medical Center, Ridge Hospital, and several private medical institutions that deliver specialized care. These developments have attracted both regional patients seeking quality healthcare and expatriates seeking premium services, further enhancing Accra's reputation as a medical destination. International investments continue to pour into Accra, spurred by its strategic location and Ghana's stable economic environment. The African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, headquartered in Accra, has been a game changer, placing the city at the center of Africa's integration and trade ambitions. With over 50 African countries participating in the free trade framework, Accra has become a magnet for multinational corporations, logistics companies, and global investors eager to tap into Africa's growing consumer market. The presence of AFCFTA has also driven infrastructure upgrades around the city, including improved roads, hotels, business parks, and conference facilities designed to cater to the influx of high-level delegations and global businesses seeking opportunities. Despite its impressive progress, Accra continues to face growing challenges tied to urban sprawl, environmental degradation, and the equitable distribution of resources. Flooding remains a persistent issue, particularly during the rainy seasons, as unplanned settlements and blocked drainage systems strain the city's infrastructure. To counter these risks, the government has partnered with international agencies to implement urban renewal and flood mitigation projects aimed at redesigning drainage systems and relocating vulnerable communities. Waste management is also receiving renewed attention, with recycling plants, composting facilities, and waste-to-energy initiatives being piloted to address the rising volume of solid waste generated daily. Authorities are working to turn Accra into a cleaner, greener city capable of sustaining its growth without compromising the environment. Looking ahead, Accra's urban planning strategy envisions a city that integrates sustainability, technology, and inclusivity at every level. Key components of this vision include the development of smart grids, renewable energy-powered buildings, and eco-friendly transportation systems designed to reduce congestion and carbon emissions. More recreational parks, cultural centers, and green spaces are being planned to improve residents' quality of life while preserving the city's natural beauty. The integration of high-speed internet, open data systems, and digital government services is expected to enhance efficiency and transparency, ensuring that Accra remains a leader in Africa's push towards smart, connected cities. At the same time, Accra is set to remain the cultural heartbeat of Ghana, preserving its traditions while embracing global influences. Markets like Makola and Kaneshi continue to thrive as centers of commerce where traders from across the country converge to sell fabrics, food, and crafts. Traditional festivals like Homowo maintain their importance, blending ancient Ga customs with the modern city's vibrant lifestyle. Meanwhile, Accra's growing role in the creative economy ensures that Ghanaian art, fashion, and music continue to make waves on international stages, strengthening the city's identity as a hub of cultural excellence. With its expanding skyline, modern infrastructure, growing digital economy, and dynamic culture, Accra is on a trajectory toward becoming one of Africa's most influential cities. The government's commitment to innovation and inclusivity, coupled with the energy and resilience of its people, has positioned the city as a model of sustainable urban development on the continent. While challenges remain, Accra's transformation reflects Ghana's broader vision of prosperity and leadership in a competitive global economy. Accra's future is being carefully shaped by bold ambitions, strategic policies, and transformative projects that aim to redefine the city as one of Africa's most advanced, sustainable, and globally competitive capitals by 2040. The government, in collaboration with international partners and private investors, has mapped out long-term urban development plans that focus on infrastructure, housing, technology, energy, tourism, and environmental sustainability. These plans are designed not only to accommodate the city's rapidly growing population, but also to ensure that Accra becomes a resilient, inclusive, and globally connected hub for business, culture, and innovation. With Ghana's economy projected to remain one of the fastest growing on the continent, Accra's evolution is set to accelerate in ways that will impact every sector of urban life. One of the most significant components of Accra's forward-looking transformation is the introduction of large-scale smart city initiatives. These efforts are aimed at digitizing key aspects of city management, including transportation, energy consumption, waste disposal, and public services. Under the government's Smart Accra project, advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence, big data analytics, and IoT-driven solutions are being deployed to monitor and manage urban systems in real time. Plans include the rollout of intelligent traffic lights that adjust automatically to congestion patterns, automated public service kiosks that make accessing government services easier, and integrated security monitoring systems to improve public safety. These technologies are expected to enhance the efficiency of city governance, improve quality of life, and make Accra one of Africa's leading examples of smart urban living. Transport infrastructure will play a crucial role in Accra's future. Beyond the ongoing SkyTrain project, the government has outlined an extensive urban mobility strategy designed to integrate road, rail, and water transport systems into a seamless network. New bypass roads are being planned to divert heavy traffic away from central Accra, while the expansion of the Accra-Tema motorway and other highways aims to improve regional connectivity. The Ghana Railway Development Authority is also accelerating plans to build a modern railway system linking Accra to Tema, Kumasi, Takoradi, and even neighboring countries, creating new trade corridors that will boost commerce and industry. Additionally, proposals to introduce electric buses, green taxis, and bike-sharing programs are being explored as part of Accra's drive to reduce traffic congestion and carbon emissions, placing the city at the forefront of sustainable transportation in West Africa. Energy security and sustainability form another cornerstone of Accra's long-term plans. With rising electricity demand driven by urban expansion, businesses, and technology adoption, Ghana's government has partnered with international energy firms to diversify power generation sources. Investments in renewable energy, particularly solar and wind, are rapidly increasing, with large-scale solar farms under development around the greater Accra region. Rooftop solar panel initiatives are being rolled out across commercial and residential properties, making renewable energy more accessible and cost-effective for households. The government has also announced policies aimed at reducing reliance on fossil fuels, introducing energy-efficient street lighting systems, and promoting eco-friendly construction practices. These efforts not only ensure a stable energy supply for Accra's growing population, but also align the city with global climate change mitigation goals. Water management is another critical priority in Accra's future development agenda. With rapid urbanization putting pressure on existing water infrastructure, the Ghana Water Company and international partners are investing in upgrading treatment plants, expanding distribution pipelines, and deploying smart metering systems to improve water quality and efficiency. Efforts are also underway to rehabilitate the Coral Lagoon and restore natural water bodies that have been affected by pollution, ensuring sustainable access to clean water for future generations. At the same time, flood prevention remains a top priority, with the government implementing advanced drainage systems, constructing new retention basins, and enforcing stricter building regulations in flood-prone areas to protect lives and property during the rainy seasons. Accra's economy is expected to undergo even greater diversification as Ghana deepens its integration into global and regional markets. The presence of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, Secretariat in the city is a game changer, solidifying Accra's role as a continental hub for commerce, negotiations, and investment. By serving as the administrative center of the AfCFTA, Accra is positioned to attract multinational corporations, logistics providers, and manufacturing companies seeking access to Africa's single largest free trade market. Over the coming years, this is projected to generate thousands of jobs, spur the development of modern industrial zones, and transform Accra into a strategic node for regional and global trade. New business parks, logistics centers, and free trade zones are already being planned to capitalize on this historic opportunity, making Accra one of the most competitive business environments in Africa. Tourism will remain one of Accra's most vibrant growth sectors, boosted by ongoing investments in infrastructure, marketing, and cultural heritage preservation. Projects like the Marine Drive Tourism and Investment Project will redefine the city's coastal attractions, creating a world-class destination for international travelers and business delegations. Accra's cultural richness, from traditional Ga festivals like Homowo to modern events such as the Afrochella Festival and Chale Wote Street Art Festival, will continue to drive its global appeal. With Ghana's government working to position the country as the preferred gateway to West Africa, Accra will remain a focal point for conferences, music festivals, art exhibitions, and global networking events. The city's growing reputation as a creative capital is expected to boost its influence across Africa, making it a hub where innovation, entertainment, and culture converge. Urban housing and population management remain at the core of Accra's sustainability strategy. As the city's population grows, authorities are prioritizing the development of modern housing estates, affordable apartment complexes, and planned residential communities designed to ease congestion in central neighborhoods. Major satellite communities are being developed around Oyarifa, Pokuase, Kasoa, and Aimensa, offering self-contained facilities that include schools, healthcare centers, shopping plazas, and recreational parks. These efforts aim to decentralize Accra's population while improving living standards, ensuring that rapid growth does not compromise the city's livability. International architects and urban planners are increasingly involved in designing mixed-use developments that combine modernity with environmental consciousness, setting a new standard for sustainable city planning in Africa. Culturally, Accra's evolution continues to embrace its rich history while redefining its place in the modern world. The city's artistic communities are thriving, producing some of Africa's most celebrated musicians, filmmakers, designers, and visual artists. The Afrobeat movement, led by Ghanaian stars like Sarkodie, Stonebwoy, and King Promise, has propelled Accra onto the global music stage, while the city's growing film industry is steadily gaining recognition beyond the continent. Fashion designers and creative entrepreneurs are also making Accra a fashion hub, hosting annual fashion weeks and exhibitions that highlight Ghana's cultural creativity while attracting international brands and collaborators. These developments underscore Accra's unique identity as a city where tradition and innovation coexist harmoniously, creating an energetic and diverse social landscape. Accra's vision for the future also places a strong emphasis on inclusivity and social equity. With rising economic opportunities comes the challenge of ensuring that prosperity reaches all segments of society. Initiatives focused on job creation, vocational training, and digital literacy programs are equipping young people with the skills they need to thrive in an evolving economy. Non-governmental organizations, local authorities, and private companies are collaborating to address unemployment, reduce inequality, and empower marginalized communities. As a result, Accra is gradually becoming a model for inclusive development, ensuring that modernization benefits every resident and not just the privileged few. By 2040, Accra is projected to emerge as one of Africa's most connected, sustainable, and culturally vibrant capitals. Its expanding skyline, thriving business districts, cutting-edge technology, and commitment to environmental resilience will solidify its reputation as a model of modern African urbanization. The city's strategic role within AfCFTA will enhance its influence on regional policy and trade, making it a center for innovation, diplomacy, and economic leadership. At the same time, its ability to preserve cultural traditions while embracing global trends will set it apart as a uniquely African metropolis with worldwide relevance. In many ways, the story of Accra's transformation reflects Ghana's broader aspirations and Africa's growing confidence on the global stage. It is a city driven by ambition, strengthened by innovation, and sustained by the resilience of its people. While challenges such as climate change, infrastructure strain, and economic disparities will require continuous effort and adaptation, the foundations being laid today ensure that Accra's future will be defined by progress, sustainability, and inclusivity. From its humble beginnings as a small fishing settlement to its status as a thriving modern capital, Accra represents a living narrative of growth, creativity, and opportunity. A city poised to shape not only Ghana's destiny, but also the continent's emerging future.